Finally, Shakur Stevenson breaks his silence. Response to his bad performance last night versus Edwin De Los Santos. A lot of criticism for that display of boxing. Shakur Stevenson, he speaks his mind. These are the first real words since that's gone public. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Jump right into it. Shakur Stevenson takes to his social media X. Wasn't 100% tonight, no excuses, but anybody with two eyes know the real. But look, one day they with you, the next day they hate. I love it. 21-0. See y'all next time out. Oh yeah, if you don't want to watch, don't effing watch. Y'all can't break me, and a bad night don't make me. Flex emoji. He also went to his social media and says, do me like they did the greats, I ain't tripping. I wasn't 100% last night, and it's okay because I still got the win. And for my fans who support and love me, y'all know the real, no excuses, chin up, and I love y'all. Don't worry, next time out, I have something to prove. I promise, don't forget I've been here before. Maybe now they will fight me, who knows, but time to heal up and enjoy the holidays with my fam. Hashtag chasing greatness. Don't stop. Hashtag 3 division champion. Now, my response, Shakur, he clearly put what he felt. My response is make sure you guys follow me at BoxingEgo1. I'm the best on all platforms, and it's not even close. So that's my truest thoughts. Thank you for coming out. Good night. Nah, I'm just playing. But I don't know if that was the right approach for Shakur Stevenson. For a few reasons. For one, it's pretty funny when people say not to make excuses, and then they do just that and make an excuse, right? Shakur is alluding to something being wrong with him. I don't know what it is, because he's saying not to make excuses, but then he's insinuating, which to me is kind of making that excuse, right? Wasn't 100% tonight. So that only leaves people to really speculate. Wasn't 100% last night, and it's okay because I got the win. So people are going to naturally just speculate, oh, was he injured? Oh, was he sick? Oh, was this wrong with him? Et cetera, et cetera. But the problem with that is it doesn't really matter. You stepped in the ring. You said you were my thing is, if you're going to put on a bad performance such as that to the point where your stock drops, which I think is the case for Shakur Stevenson, which I'll talk about more in the back half of this video, then I truly think you should postpone the fight. Pull out the fight, postpone, whatever. If you think it's going to impact your performance in such a way where your stock drops and or you could lose, then yeah, I would definitely, even though it's discouraging and ESPN or whatever might be mad because they're trying to pair this with the Grand Prix, you got to do what's right for you in your career. So if you're going to bypass that and go out there and fight, then that's what you chose to do. So you got to live with the results. That's what I personally believe, right? You said you showed up to the job interview. If you're prepared, if you didn't get sleep last night, if you didn't brush your teeth, if you're stumbling and stammering because you're ill prepared, all that's on you. You showed up to the job interview and you got to take what comes with it. The other thing that I find a bit weird with how Shakur Stevenson responded is, Terrence Crawford does this also, where they'll basically say oh, one day they hate you, then they love you, blah, blah, blah. I ain't tripping. I ain't even tripping. None of this stuff matters. Shakur Stevenson literally just did an interview with the media. He did a media scrum, and he said he had to pull back and stop caring what the media thinks. But now everyone is saying that your performance versus Edwin De Los Santos, everyone, they were booing for virtually 12 rounds in a 12-round championship fight. I don't know that I've really seen that. I've seen fights that got booed for no reason, like Tim Bradley versus Ruslan Provodnikov. If you go back and watch the tape, see, I know my sport. I'm boxing's encyclopedia. That was in the StubHub the Home Depot Center at the time, I believe. Tim Bradley fought Ruslan Provodnikov, and then the tempo slowed for a round, and then the crowd started booing. So I get it. Sometimes the crowd is not a good indication of if it's a good fight or not. But this time, I feel like it was dead on. It just wasn't a good fight. They set records and, just extremely low punch output for both fighters, right? For Edwin, he couldn't really corner or catch Shakur Stevenson, who was, using his real estate to kind of stay away. But then for Shakur, the part that made it bad is even though you had a hasty Edwin De Los Santos who couldn't really catch you, and at the end of the day, he was swinging wildly at moments, you weren't really making him pay. Like Floyd has if you make a mistake, you must pay, or you reach, I teach. Shakur wasn't doing that. So for whatever reason, it appeared his timing was off. It just was not, like he says, it's a bad performance. So back to what I was saying is you got to just take that on the chin. How could you yourself say you had a bad night, a bad performance, and then apologize to all the legends, the Andre Wards and the Floyd Mayweathers and Terrence Crawford, who were there to support you, say, oh, I had a bad night. It was a bad night, bad performance, but we go back to the drawing boards and I need more rest. Say all this stuff. And then when people are agreeing with you and saying this is terrible, obviously not in those words, they're saying it more harshly, but they're still saying the same thing. Hey, you put me to sleep. This was a boring performance. And you're almost like lashing out at them, right? If you don't want to watch, then don't effing watch. Y'all can't break me. But realistically, that's why I said I don't think it's the approach, because realistically, if you yourself assessed your performance as bad, then what do you think others who had to watch it are assessing it as? And you were in the fight, so you're going to be switched on a little bit more. The observers who are watching the fight, like myself or anybody else just watching the fight, we're watching it from, the outside looking in, and we know what we see. You, at the time when he was saying a lot of this stuff, he probably hadn't had a chance to watch it back, like in the post-fight interview and stuff. So you can't really get mad if your assessment is not far from, you said it was a bad performance. So if it's a bad performance to you, then especially some boxing fans are knowledgeable, some are casuals. I mean, what do you think people are going to say? We know what at least is entertaining to us, you know what I mean? And that wasn't it. Now, the downside for Shakur and why I was saying his stock drop is because you put him in against an unknown Japanese dude like this dude, Yoshino, and he blows him out and looks like regular Shakur, right? He looks dazzling and gets kind of a mercy stoppage. But then when you put him in with the Edwin De Los Santos, he doesn't drop him. He doesn't hurt him. And it's not just about dropping and hurting, but he fights completely different. It's more safety first, very cautious. And I don't know if he's found a way to switch that over. So in essence, it's when he fights someone who I guess you would say is formidable, you see almost a different Shakur Stevenson where he's more practical, very economical, and he's looking to not get hit, to the point of the criticism where people are like, this is not a fun fight for me to watch kind of deal, right? When he's in control, he's in control. But when he's fighting somebody with some intangibles and some traits that could offset, like namely power, good timing themselves, athleticism, it really kind of seems like a different fighter. Versus you put Floyd Mayweather, and this is the thing with Shakur, he does talk. He's outspoken, and he's like, oh, I want to pass Floyd Mayweather, right? It's cool to all the records he set and what he's done, but I want to pass that. Shakur's saying these things, so yeah, he's going to be held to a standard, right? Because to pass Floyd Mayweather, ain't nobody who was smaller than Floyd Mayweather who wasn't throwing is giving Floyd problems. Floyd is fighting people bigger and stronger, definitely, than Edwin De Los Santos, and they could be awkward. Floyd has never looked like that, no matter who he was fighting. And Floyd tells you, he's like, I've been sick before fights, I've been, dehydrated, I've had messed up hands, but I always find a way to win. So Shakur has to be like his idols and the legends that came before him. No excuses. So I guess that's the best way to put it, is Shakur's talk doesn't match the performance. Like he says, Edwin, I'm gonna F you up, I'm gonna F you up. He's saying it with all this conviction, I'm gonna F you up, I'm gonna destroy you. And realistically, if we're being real, he's almost saying it as if he's Tank Davis. Like, I'm gonna F you up, I know I got this sure shot power that you're not gonna be able to deal with. So he's talking like Tank, but the performance is what it was last night. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Tank performance. Tank is hurting people, getting people out of there. And ironically enough, Tank is not necessarily doing as much talking. He's like just hurting and pulverizing guys in the ring, like Hector Luis Garcia, who was a southpaw and Dominican, and he really had no issue with him, to me. And then you fight a Dominican fighter who's good, but you beat him in many categories, reach and height and stuff like that. And it just seems like a different fighter. So definitely some things to work on. And I think Shakur, he has to either do what he said. He says, oh, y'all can't hurt me, y'all can't break me, and I don't feel no type of way. It was a bad performance. But then the way you're responding seems negative and defensive. So it does seem like you are bothered by the criticisms, and you got to kind of pick your poison. That's all I'm saying is, yo, you said you were going to destroy him and F him up, and then it wasn't the greatest fight by any stretch. So you got to kind of live with that. That was your performance, and just, you know, do what you said. Take time off for the holidays. I'll be back because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of people responded to this fight. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe is free. I'm the best in the business, and it's really not even close in amount. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.